Hey y'all, so I just want to make a quick video, because I am 6 weeks on testosterone. I don't have too many changes to talk about because I made a video just a few days ago talking about changes. The only thing really is I've seen a few friends the last few days because they're here for their fall break or whatever, say that my voice has definitely gotten deeper. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool to hear other people tell me what I guess I already know. I don't know. It's just kind of it's reaffirming, and it's nice to hear. So yeah, and other than that, I shaved for the first time the other day because I was getting all these like little random dark hairs on my chin and like lip. So I was like, yeah, because they're just kind of random. So it was kind of like nothing I wanted. Like, I obviously, like, I want facial hair, but I want it to come in nicely. So, I don't know, it's good to shave. So, they were long enough to shave. It wasn't like they were, like, so light and, like, not there. It was definitely noticeable enough for me to want to shave. So yeah, that's that. That's all I really have to say about changes. The only thing in my life right now I'm doing is, transition-wise, is I'm trying to get my gender marker changed on my license, which is, in Arizona, it's really not a difficult process to actually do, but it's a difficult process to deal with people in this process, because not everybody knows what I'm talking about, and that's a little frustrating. Like, I understand, because it's not a super common thing, but it's frustrating from my shoes, from my perspective. It's frustrating. So yeah, initially I went to the DMV. Well, it's the MVD here. I don't know, but the DMV. And I said, hey, you know, I was wanting to get a new license to get my gender marker changed on there. And before I even like finished my sentence, she's like, well, what's wrong with the gender marker you have right now? And I was like, well, my license currently says female, and I wanted to get that, you know, I'm currently in the process of transitioning from female to male, and I don't know, I wasn't super, like, technical. I just kind of explained it. I explained my situation, I explained whatever, and they had no idea what I was talking about, so I was like, whatever. So they got a supervisor to come talk to me, and she knew what I was talking about, to an extent. She gave me the requirements and all that shit, which were fairly vague, I guess. They were not super specific. They said what was required, but they didn't say what exact wording was required. So I gave that to my doctor, and he wrote me a letter. Yesterday he wrote me a letter, and I brought that letter to the DMV today. And I go up again, and I said, hey, you know, I have my letter, I have a letter so I can get some information changed on my ID. I didn't really tell them what. And she's like, well, what information? And I was like, my gender marker changed. And she's like, oh yeah, well, we can't do that. And I was like, yeah, you can. She's like, well, I don't know why anyone would need to get their gender marker changed. And so then she goes gets her supervisor because I'm obviously just like, like, really. So she gets her supervisor, she starts talking to me, and she's like, okay, yeah, and she read the letter, she's like, yeah, that's fine. And then she gave me, like, a little number. I'm gonna go take my picture, and then I sat for, like, an hour waiting for my number to be called so I can go talk to somebody so they can type up my information and shit. So I get to that person, and he is really unsure about what he's supposed to be doing with this letter. Because he doesn't know how to, I don't know, he doesn't know how to do that aspect of his job, because it's probably something he's never done before. So he goes and gets a supervisor who has absolutely no clue what to make of me and what to do with this letter either. So she goes gets another supervisor, and after 3 and now 4 people have read this letter, she finally told me, oh, I'm sorry, you know, we can't accept this letter because it's not in the specific wording that we require. And I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. And then I was like, okay, well, I need to know exactly what's required so I can give that to my physician and he can get this correct. So 20 minutes later, they finally found the exact wording that was required, which is the phrase, shit. Alright, well, I have my letter here. I'm not going to show you my letter, only because, it's as my letterhead of my clinic, and y'all don't need to be knowing where I go. But it says, this is my new letter, and it says, Saber has been under my care, as of 10/14/2013, and Saber has been cleared by a mental health care provider and is living full-time as an adult male, and is irrevocably committed to the gender change process. There's a little bit more, but that's the important part. My original letter just said, and is committed to the gender change process, because it didn't say irrevocably. That was the only thing that was an issue. It had to say irrevocably committed. Because it didn't have that one word, they couldn't take my letter, so I had to go get another one from my doctor today, which is on the other side of town, which is kind of, I don't know, that's the annoying part. So, I got that, and I'm probably going to go Friday after my, after I work in the morning. I'm probably going to go Friday that afternoon and get that taken care of and out of the way so I don't have to deal with this shit. So I can just, I don't know, go, like, I give my ID to things, like, to people all the time. I have to do it on my school campus. I have to do it, just generally. If I go to a movie, sometimes they want to ID me. If I buy something with my card, sometimes they want to ID me. And I want to be able to hand someone my driver's license and have them not really question my gender. I have to think about it too much, because it's really nothing you really need to think about. It has nothing to do with you. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, so I will update you guys on how my third DMV visit goes and see if I get the shit taken care of. Alright, well, catch y'all later.